Okay, guys, so as you may or may not know, it was the FC Pro Open this weekend, which is one of the competitive events where the best players in the world play. And I thought, let me try some custom tactics from one of the pro players. I'm happily retired now, but these guys still at the top of the game are going to have the best stuff up their sleeve. I tried this formation and tactics that I found on Twitter from a pro, and my god, it is disgusting. So, as always, I'm here to give you guys the best chance of winning. If you don't like the ratty 5 at the back stuff, I do apologise, but hopefully this helps. Please do leave a like for me. Let's try and hit 200. Subscribe for the best tactics on YouTube, and let's get into the video. If you need the cheapest FC25 coins to build your super team, then check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. Okay, so as you can see, it is the 5-2-1-2, and this 5-back stuff has completely taken over FC25. Seems to be no going back. I have heard that there's a gameplay patch coming, which seems pretty significant, but, you know, if I know EA like I think I know EA, it's just going to be the same old, isn't it? There's always going to be the broken stuff, the things people are exploiting. There's always going to be a way to play the most ratty way, and especially in stuff like Foot Champs, you know, there's just no avoiding it. So I'm going to take you through this. When using these tactics, it made the game so much easier to play. I think the way these tactics are made, especially by pros at the top level these days, is the tactics are doing a lot of the stuff for you. So when you think about getting your players moving, having players behind the ball, you know, overloads in the attack, AI movement, you want as much assistance as possible. And it's the same with controller settings. Any extra help that you can get on the game from EA, you need to take it. And that is exactly what these tactics are going to be doing for us today. So it is the 5-2-1-2. I will leave the code somewhere, either on the screen or in the comments or the pinned, anywhere, the description. It's going to be somewhere, okay? It's going to be somewhere. So, it is a 5-2-1-2. We have Poacher on one of the strikers. Now, I don't know whether it was because this particular pro was using Haaland, and we know that with Haaland, you know, if you have him on the Poacher ++, he just is a bit broken. So I'm not 100% certain whether if you don't have the Haaland, you would just go advance forward, because that's the popular one. But for the sake of this, we have Haaland as well, Poacher ++, and then advance forward on the other striker. What I have noticed from a lot of these pros now is they are prioritising the actual role over what the player has in a plus. So, for example, you know, you see Joe Gomez there. He doesn't have a plus on the defender role, but you play him there anyway. And it's the same with the whole midfield here. So, Pateas, we do have as a playmaking cam. We have deep line playmaker on the left centre mid and box-to-box on the right. The way I've been running my tactics is I've been having basically all my centre mids on box to box. I think the reason deep line playmaker on one of them can be good is because they're just not going to go forward as much even when you're attacking. So it's essentially having like a CDM there in a way. So you have deep line playmaker on one and then box to box on the other. For the actual defence, obviously we're in a 5-back here. So we're going to have 2 attacking wing backs. They're going to get forward as much as possible. For that particular role, you're wanting as good wing backs going forward as possible. So for me, Capdevila and Trent, 2 good forward-thinking fullbacks. That is going to work really well. And then the 3 centre-backs just all on defend. And I have found that to be the best for a while. Just defend on your centre-backs. None of this stopper, ball playing, messing about. Just get them on defend, whether they've got the plus or not. That is going to work very well for you. In terms of the depth and stuff we're running. So we have balanced on the build-up style rather than counter. You can experiment. It seems that, you know, balanced and counter are the ones that are mainly used. And then you have short passing, which I've not seen any high-level player ever touch. And then 70 depth. Again, there's no real right or wrong here, in my opinion. If you struggle with your defending, you can lower it. But then again, at the same time, you know, playing the high depth and squeezing your opponent in is actually a way of helping your defensive vulnerabilities as well. So that's something for you to experiment with. But in terms of this formation and the player roles, These are the bee's knees, boys. I'm telling you, you're going to find it so easy to attack and defend in this setup, and I hope it helps you. I appreciate you all watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Subscribe for more, remember, and peace.